Welcome to your new home, guys and girls. So it's really just really hard to catch the fish in a mature setup. The actual scape is really designed to have loads of nooks and crannies, and we've got 3 females and an original male actually. I think it might be unfortunately the one with an eye missing. We've got a battery powered air pump to ensure the water remains oxygenated. I've got a lid for the bucket as well. It won't obviously be fully sealed, so we can still get oxygen in there during the transport, but it's only a 90-minute drive really. We do need to go to Aquarium Gardens. Fish are nicely comfortable in their home. 90-minute drive to Liam's place. Exciting. Okay, so that's the rough concept of the stonework, and then with the manzanita kind of draped over. This is going to hide the dry weir. The tank's going to be viewed from this side. So yeah, we've kind of mixed types. We've got the dark mini landscape Silly rock and then the wild rhino stone. So they are different, but they look similar enough, and they'll get coated in algae, and then with the wood and then the plants, it's just going to soften the whole look as well. So really happy with it. Liam's happy with it. Are you happy with it, Liam?
Yeah, very happy with that.
So Dave's going to price it up, and then we'll look for some plants. Exciting. We're at Aquarium Gardens. Just a quick update on the connection scapes that Dave and I did for a workshop a couple of months back now, and you can see they're really grown in beautifully. So this is Dave's scape. It represents the west. So they're all plant species from mainly South America and North America, and then we have the east, which are mainly species from Asia, and fish as well from the relevant continents. So got some beautiful Pentazona barbs, and then in here we've got some cardinal tetras. And this is the Oase Scaper Line 90, and then we have a Aquascape 900. So almost identical sizes, but in my opinion the Oase is a nicer tank, better quality glass and finish, but it's more expensive. Get all the plants together. So we've got some Anubias coin leaf and some like petite. We'll look at those later. Hardscapes there. So yeah, now we'll go off to get some glue from my place, and then down to, is it Banbury?
Banbury, yeah.
Banbury. So about a 90-minute drive. Is this the best collection of display tanks you've seen in a shop?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
You got a favourite?
I actually like the big one.
Big one.
The Restorer. I think that looks stunning.
Yeah. So here we are at Liam's place. Lovely house, a little garden, and a really great place to have your aquarium. Now I'll be watching more of. Beautiful Highline 200, and as you'd expect from Oase, really great build quality. It's actually low iron glass now on the new Highline models. Dry weir here, so we have the external filter outlet here, and then the internal here. It's plumbed in to the left hand side of this cabinet here. This is a Biomaster 350, and we do have mature media, so we can put our fish in here straight away. And then maintenance side here. But yeah, beautiful aquarium. We're just running the one LED lamp. This is a 6,500 Kelvin LED. The classic. It is options to have 4, but we only need the one light in here to show the fish and grow the plants. All easy plants, Anubias, which we'll be scaping soon. So next job will be putting a base layer of the sand in here, and then we'll start building up the hardscape. Okay, so the stonework is pretty much complete. Deliberately gone for a composition, obviously triangular, with the bulk of this biggest main stone on the left leading down to the smaller stones, but also composing them so there's plenty of overhangs, there's plenty of little areas where the fish can have their own little territories and maybe even breed, etc. And next job will be to add some more gravel. I'll use a paintbrush just to make sure that the gravel is all the way underneath the stones to support the stones. They are kind of, I wouldn't say delicately balanced, but yeah, they're delicately balanced. But yeah, I really like it. It's very dramatic with the contrast of light and dark. I really like the way that the LED is casting those shadows already. And yeah, next job will be tidying up the substrate. So we've got this fine grain here, then we've got a coarser grain, and then we have some decorative natural gravel Okavango, kindly donated by, did he give this to us or did you pay for this?
He gave us a great deal on it.
Did he? So shout out to Dave from Crown Gardens, thank you. So yeah, we'll do some adjustments on the substrate and then we'll add the wood, which is actually being soaked in hot water as we speak. Okay, here we are, hardscape's complete, apart from we're just going to glue some main pieces just to ensure that the wood doesn't float. Some of the pieces are actually kind of wedged in quite well, so that will help, but just in case, I'll just use the super glue and cotton tissue trick. So I'm really happy with it. I'm actually impressed with myself. It's really interesting to use two different types of rock in the same layout and arguably two different sort of types of wood. It's all manzanita, but they're very distinctive. You've got the kind of chunky knoll type and then the more straight linear type here. But I think it works really well aesthetically, you know, especially where Liam's mostly sat right here. All I'm going to do is just wedge the Anubias in the various spaces. Really, really simple. Shouldn't even need any glue. Hide the pieces where I've glued the wood to the stones. So I'll start off with the Anubias Petite. Okay, here we are, all planted, hardscape's complete. Really, really happy with this layout. Fill up nice and slowly with our water and then ready to acclimatise and get the fish in there. So what we're doing to acclimate the fish, we're just using an airline to drip feed the current aquarium water into their old aquarium water there. That's going to equalise the water parameters and temperature. So we'll do that for the next, I don't know, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, about 20 minutes will be fine.
So here are the fish ready to go in now. 3 females, obviously the juvenile, and then this is one of the original males I had. So he is going to be at least 5 years old, more like 6, and he does have an eye missing. So hopefully he's still fertile and give Liam some baby fish. So we'll net them in there now. Welcome to your new home, guys and girls. Hope you enjoy it. Hope Liam's going to look after you. I feel like I'm like handing over adopted children.
I'll take good care of them, send you regular updates and Father's Day cards and whatever.
Thanks, mate. Which is all you could get. Yeah, we're quite lucky to get so many different types, but yeah, this is the 2 types of manzi. You've got the more spindly stuff on the right and then the chunky stuff on the left. And then the 2 types of stone, the wild rhino stone and the dark mini landscape Siriu. And then we've got your Hugo Kamishi kind of pale sand. And then I've got that Denelay gravel, which is what the Aquascape.
You ever used that one before?
No.
It complements the colours.
Yeah, well, it's well. Yeah. And then, yeah, these got obviously a triangular composition, but if you look, there's lots of triangles going on that all add up to make the big triangle. And I think that you see that a lot in nature, smaller patterns making up a bigger thing, and often patterns repeating themselves in the similar concepts, like you look at the root system of a tree. It's very similar to the capillaries and everything in the lung, you know, and you think about what a tree is doing and a lung's doing, they're performing a similar function. So you have this repeated patterns throughout nature, and I think you can incorporate that as well in your aquascapes. It naturally makes it look more beautiful, and you might not understand why, but I think that maybe that there's an answer there in the
deeper intuition,
in like the patterning of nature, as well as just the regular things that you think about in terms of colour, light and shade, focal points and things like this. I think I've started to look at composition in more terms of repeating patterns.
Yeah.
And this is a classic example here. So I think this layout's better. I prefer this layout to mine at home. And it's very inspirational actually to use the two different types of stones together. The wild rhino and the landscape rock, with the contrasting textures but the similar tone and colour.
Yeah.
I think it works quite well.
They really do complement you really well.
Yeah.
Big bit of wild rhinos and sort of a nice focal point up there, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's sort of rhino from Africa, rhinos.
Rhinos are, yeah. Anubias from Africa.
Yeah, so we've got an African fish, African stones. It's very African theme.
I think the Okavango's meant to, because that's an African place, Okavango. So.
It's just really great for me to be able to hand over these fish in somewhere I know they're going to be looked after, and I've had a little bit of a influence on that, hopefully.
That's it. I'll make sure I look after them well.
Thank you, mate.
Theme your pictures and stuff.
Yeah. Well, thanks for reaching out, and if there's anyone else interested, I'm recording this by the way. If there's anyone else interested in me doing a makeover or employing my aquascaping services, then you can get in touch via my website, and I'm open-minded, so anything from rehoming fish. Cheers, mate.
You're welcome, mate. Thanks for coming. It's been a great day.
Yeah, thanks, mate. All right, take care, everyone. See you on the next one. Cheerio.